Hi everyone. I want to take a moment before we jump into staff stories just to thank everyone for joining us and for sharing all of your condolences and thoughts and well wishes with our staff. When you lose a pet, it's really difficult and you grieve that loss with your family. But for us, it has been very challenging because not only are we grieving with our team, but then we have to process those emotions over and over again with our clients as we share with them that Odle has passed. So the last week and a half has been very challenging, to say the least. So today would have been Odle's birthday, and we feel like this is a good opportunity to give him a send-off. So a little bit of information about Odle. He started with Prevail in March of 2012, and he spent his time here working very diligently. So his lifetime numbers as of November 7th of this year, he served 1,592 individual victims. He provided services to our clients 7,263 times, and that does not include group. For group, he provided support during support groups 4,755 times to the individuals that attended group. He provided support to clients when they were in crisis 987 times. So to say Odle was a valued member of our staff is kind of an understatement. He will be greatly missed. These numbers, while they tell an impressive story, only give you a little squiggle of the entire picture of the painting that was Odle. They don't tell you how many times Odle greeted someone in the hallway as they came through for an appointment or on a tour. They don't tell you how many times a child cried into his fur, how many times he wandered into a staff member's office right when they needed him to, and put his head in their laps. They don't tell you how many times he was thrown and retrieved the ball playing in the hallway. So Odle was a very valued member of our staff. I would like to share my story of Odle fairly quickly so that we can move into everything else. One of my favorite memories of Odle was that he, every year in the summer, he knew about the time of year it was because he started pilfering my office looking for auction packages. We always got an auction package from Almost Home Boarding Kennel, and that was just a huge dog basket filled with every dog's dreams. And he would find that basket no matter where I hid it, no matter what office it was in, how high it was. He just kind of knew when to start looking for it and where to find it. So it was kind of crazy. Definitely fond memory of Odle. And I guess I'll share, he was not what I expected to start. So when we had a conversation about a facility dog working for Prevail, 2010, 2011, you picture a lab or a golden retriever or sometimes even a German shepherd. So when I first saw the picture of Odle, I was like, what is this? What is happening here? Odle is just a big, massive ball of white fluff. And he couldn't have been more perfect for our staff here. And for our clients, he served them well. He lived to serve. He came to us because he was a very social service dog. And it worked, it fit. And he will most certainly be missed for years to come. So thank you. Grab your tissues, sit back, share your stories, anything you need. We are happy to have the community join around us and supporting us and saying goodbye to Odle. So thank you so much.
Wave. All the way. Yes.
My favorite moments with Odle came from moments of connection. Coming at you from my rug, because in the time that I've worked here and have been one of Odle's handlers, my rug was a common place for Odle to nap. That personally was one of my favorite ways of spending time with him, except for when he would fart and stink up my whole office. Another personal favorite of mine with Odle was when I would see him in the hallways and he would look at me and get really excited and run at me with flappy ears and a lot of energy in his body. I think Odle had a profound impact on the environment and mood of our Prevail office, and his ability to provide support, comfort, moments of stillness, or even play was very impactful to the clients that we work with. And to know Odle was to love him, and he's going to be greatly missed.
Odle had this incredible innate ability to find the person who needed him most. Whenever I was having a rough morning, he'd come wandering in my office, tail wagging, and lay his head in my lap or lean against me. You could just feel spirits lift whenever Odle was around. He will be so very missed.
Odle.
I'm so grateful to have spent many years working along with Odle. It has been an honor watching him share his magic with all those who have walked through our doors. While I am so sad that he is gone, I am so incredibly lucky to have shared many special moments with him. My favorite memories are the times when I took him to the pet store and he smelled every toy that the store had and picked the one that was his favorite. The pride that he showed in making his choice is really something that will stay with me forever.
What I remember about Odle is just being a part of his family. When Brittany used to talk about how all of us interacted with Odle, she, typically Brittany, his primary handler, is kind of like his mom. The other secondary handlers were kind of like his wonderful aunts, and then the rest of us were part of his family. And I love being described that way and really thinking of Odle as a part of the family, and what a privilege for me to be a part of Odle's family. So we will miss Odle a ton, but just really appreciate the opportunity to have been a part of his family.
One of my favorite memories with Odle is playing ball with him and him playing goalie. He will stop the ball with his feet. I also love that he just comes in and kind of makes your day better. We miss you, Odle.
Odle was more than a service dog for our clients. He often was exactly what everyone at Prevail needed. Whether it was leaning in for a hug, or him laying his head on your knee, or sneaking into your office when he wasn't supposed to be there, he really did get us through a lot at Prevail, and we miss him a lot. Thank you so much for everything that you gave to us, Odle.
So one of my favorite memories of Odle would be from one of our holiday programs where we had a bunch of kids waiting with their parents to pick up their holiday program goods, and Odle came out and gave them all hugs and performed a lot of his tricks that he knew. And there was a little girl who was about 2 years old, and she was just enthralled by what Odle could do, and getting to watch him interact with kids was just something that was always really special.
I will miss Odle jumping around and being so excited when I came into the office because I used to always play ball with him. I loved playing ball with him in the hallways, and I will miss that tremendously. He was such a good soul and he gave so much, and he will be so very missed.
Odle. I miss him so much. I'm so grateful for the opportunity that I had to get to work alongside of him for the last 3 years, and to get to watch the magic that he was able to create in the way that only he could, to help kids feel more comfortable, to help kids feel safer, and to really help give them the courage to be able to say the hard or difficult things that they were wanting or needing to talk about. I loved just getting to come to work and knowing that he would be there. He was a huge emotional support, I think, for all of us, for me, just in the day-to-day. Just something about his presence, being able to love on him, pet him, hug him, play with him, all of those kinds of things, and really learning the way that Odle would communicate. So starting to have an understanding of when he's whining, this is probably what he means. I don't know, that I just think that was really cool. He is just the smartest dog that I've ever met. I think some of my favorite memories, though, have been just being able to take him outside, like during the workday, having those brief breaks, and especially it was really any time of year, but when it was nice outside or when it had just snowed, and he would be especially excited or happy to be outside, and he would just flop over on the ground and start rolling around, and I promise he was smiling the whole time. It was just the cutest thing I've ever seen. And so I loved when he would be in those really playful moments, just enjoying his surroundings, and that was a beautiful and special thing to me, and also made me laugh. Also hilarious to me that I'm the main handler outside of Brittany that he would poop with when he was here, so I could usually count on that when I took him out, and somehow I am going to miss that. He's really special, and I'm just really grateful that I got to know him and to work with him. I miss him a lot.
It's been incredibly hard to say goodbye to Odle. Play is the work of a child, and I really feel like that's what Odle consistently reminded me of. He brought such enthusiasm and play and fun into spaces where people were feeling pain and confusion and hurt. You know, it has been a privilege, honestly, probably the highlight of my career, to be able to be a handler and walk alongside Odle and see the power that a dog, specifically and uniquely Odle, could bring to that space. I really won't forget the first group that we ever did together. I mean, the kids were over the moon about having a dog there, and Odle was able to really teach them things that group couldn't provide them, things about communication and boundaries and connection. He also had this really unique way to help make me a better advocate. He was so attuned to people's emotional needs, and when they didn't have the words to say it, he showed up to find them in that space and give them that moment of calm and reconnection. And I am forever grateful for the work that he did here. And I know the lives that he touched and the work that he did was really impactful and meaningful, and ultimately made me better at this work too.
Bow.